Well,
I was like, who that?
no, I'd say the reporter that is working over there might have a better idea than I do, but I don't know anything that's going on. I don't know a thing about it. I was just up on the roof taking pictures, and I thought, well, I'll get a better view down here. So I'm just going to live stream it until something happens, or I get bored with it. If you're watching live, this is Jeff Bobo with Kingsport Times News outside the Times News building on Lane Garden Drive at the at the Super 8. There's some kind of standoff going on. Yes, this is Lane Garden, the Super 8 on Lane Garden, right at the Stone Drive intersection. There's a bunch of Kingsport police officers with assault rifles. Let me see if I can point, if you can see my finger. Okay. Right there, and on the third floor in the corner there's a bunch of armed Kingsport police officers kind of peeking around the corner. And we don't know what, there's a reporter over there. I don't know what they're doing over there, but I have no idea. I personally have no idea what's going on. I'm handy. I was working on some other stories, and they said something's going on out there. So I thought I'd lend a hand and take some pictures and video in case something happens. We've got a reporter on the scene. Actually, you can kind of see, there's Rick Wagner. Rick Wagner may be watching us live. He just texted me and asked me if I could see his bald spot on camera. Wave at us, Rick, if you're watching. He might not be watching. I know he's there though. He's our education reporter. He was also handy. There you can see the officer with the assault rifle. Let me use my finger. Right there. There's an officer with an assault rifle kind of hidden behind there, and he's been shooing people away and kind of watching up in that corner there. So whatever's going on is happening up on the third floor on the Stone Drive end. And this is as close as I'm gonna get. Well, you know what? I might be able to get over. Let me get over here. I don't know how much battery I've got, but yeah, I'll put myself in harm's way for my Times News readers. Oh. Well, I don't know if that's better. Now there's a tree in the way. That's better. I don't think that's better, guys. I'm going to go back where I was because there's a tree in the way. But you can kind of see over there is where the bystanders, and I think there's Channel 11's over there. There's some Times News reporter Rick Wagner's over there. And then you can see in the far corner, up third floor, there's some police officers there looking, peeking around the corner there. You got assault rifles. So I'm gonna go back where I was. Is this not better? Let's see. Too many trees in the way. Okay, that's as close as I can get without a. That's as close as I can get without a tree obscuring the view. Let's see if I can level this out. All right. So I'm just gonna leave it here. The officers are still up in the corner there. If you're just joining us, there's a standoff of some sort at the Super 8 on Lynn Drive at the Stone Drive intersection. You can see there's the Dollar General. There's the Times News and my Honda. And there's the little Walmart. Oop. There's the Super 8. There's been police officers with assault rifles in the corner. I'll use my finger to point. If I can get it. Okay, well, it's so big. Right there. Third floor corner. They're peeking around the corner with assault rifles. There's also, you can see a police officer. Let me get my finger where you can see it. Well, right there. Right above the 11W sign, there's a police officer there with an assault rifle. So we've got a reporter, Rick Wagner, on the scene, standing over there waiting for something to happen. We don't know what's going on. It could be something minor. It might be just a standoff, little domestic dispute, or it might be something more serious. You never know. Police generally respond and with what's the word I'm looking for? Error on the side of safety. So that's if it's not serious, they're still going to come in with their rifles and stuff. Of course, if it was really dangerous, I don't see them letting the bystanders be so close. But if you're just joining us, I'm at the Super 8 on Lynn Drive in Kingsport at the Stone Drive intersection. There's a standoff of some sort going on. Went to get my camera in case something happens. But through my zoom lens, which you can see right here, I can still see the officers are around the corner on the third floor there at the far end. And then you can still see the officer with the rifle closest to the group there, above the 11W sign on the I'm using my zoom lens. I don't see anybody on the second floor. The officer who's on the ground just moved. So as I said a minute ago, we're here at the Super 8 motel on Lynn Drive at the 11W intersection. There's some sort of standoff going on. Kingsport Police Department is here. They have officers armed with assault rifles on the third floor at the far end in the stairwell. They're kind of peeking around the corner. There's also an officer on the ground. Oh, and seems to be a group of officers here as well at the back of the Dollar General. So we've got a reporter, Rick Wagner, is on the scene. He's finding out the scoop. I'm just kind of hanging back with a camera in case something happens. But either way, we'll be sure to let you know what happens whenever we know, or what's going on there, for that matter. See the officer on the ground above the 11W sign's got his binoculars. Here, this gentleman who's walking down the parking lot here in front of us, he's been kind of shooed away a few times by the officer on the ground. I don't know what he's if he knows the people up there or what. But he keeps getting close, and then the officer on the ground shoos him away. This is at the Super 8 Motel on Lynn Garden Drive at the 11W intersection, Stone Drive intersection. You've got the Super 8, then you got the Dollar General, and then the little Walmart is right there. But the little Walmart is right there. Yeah, we're in Kingsport. I guess that would have been a good thing to say right off the bat. And my tripod's falling over, so let me fix that. Sorry about the shoddy workmanship on the camera. I'm holding two cameras at the same time. But like I said, this has been going on for maybe an hour or so. We had one of our co-workers came in and said she saw a bunch of officers out here, so we came out to see what was going on. And there's officers up on the 3rd floor in the far corner with assault rifles peeking around the corner. So apparently that's where whatever's going on, that's where it is. And there's an officer you can see above the 11W sign there, and he's got a rifle and a set of binoculars. And we've got bystanders in the parking lot watching. No, this is probably, I mean, I can't guarantee it's not part of the escape. If it is, I'm not aware of it, but I see somebody's asked if this is part of the escape. Now, this is in Kingsport, and it's not out of the realms of possibility that it's part of the escape, but can't say for sure. Don't know what it is yet. We've got a reporter over on the scene, Rick Wagner, and I'm sure if he knew, he'd text me because he knows I'm staying over here. But we're in Kingsport right now. We're on Lynn Garden Drive, watching the Super 8. I don't know what's going on. As I said, if you're just joining us, there's a standoff of some sort going on. And on the 3rd floor stairwell on the far end, there's officers with assault rifles peeking around the corner. You can't see them as well now as you could have been a little while ago, but they're still there. I used my zoom lens and could see them. And also, we've got an officer with an assault rifle standing there. If you look at the 11W sign on the roadway, he's right above that. Oh, there's some people walking. I don't know if they're related to this or not. There's an officer going into a ground floor room. I don't know if you saw that or not. It looked like an officer took a civilian into the second room from the left on the ground floor. Said we don't know what's happening. We just know there's a large police presence here at the Super 8 on Lynn Garden Drive in Kingsport, near the highway, the Stone Drive. I'm used to saying 11W because I cover Hawkins County, but it's Stone Drive intersection. There are officers in the stairwell on the 3rd floor on the far end with assault rifles. They keep peeking around the corner. There's an officer on the ground right above the 11W sign. He's got an assault rifle and binoculars. So we're gonna stay with you as long as something's going on here. I've got 2 stories to write, but they'll wait. Actually, one's almost done. Wish I had a better video camera for you all to zoom in on what's going on up there. and it's starting to get dark, so my photo capabilities will be minimalized here shortly. Unfortunately, Kingsport, Sullivan County went to a digital scanner that's that we can't listen to. Otherwise, we'd know what was going on probably. I don't have that problem in Hawkins County. I have a scanner, so I was listening to the escape earlier today and was able to hear when they captured the first fugitive on Douglas Drive and relay that to the public online. Something's happening. Whoa, something's happening in that same ground floor room again. I don't know, they must be using that second room from the left. Sorry, my lens knocked over the tripod. The first floor room, second from the left. There's been a lot of officers going in and out of there. I don't know if they're using that as a command center or what. But we've still got officers in the stairwell of the third floor. You can see there's a pretty good sized crowd in the Dollar General parking lot watching TV cameras. Times News reporter Rick Wagner's over there, hopefully finding out what's happening. There's also a pretty significant police presence on the far side of the Dollar General store, which I don't know, might be a command center of some sort. If you're just joining us, we're on Lynn Drive in Kingsport at the Stone Drive intersection, the Super 8 Motel. There's a large police presence here, officers with assault rifles. There's several officers in the stairwell on the far end on the third floor. There's another officer on the ground there in front of us above the 11W sign. Now something's happening again in that room. You probably can't see, but on the ground floor, second room from the left, there's officers there, the door's open. Yeah, if folks are curious about the Hawkins County jail escape, I see people talking about it here while we're waiting for something to happen. The 3 of the 4 inmates who were escaped have been captured. They went out through the exercise yard fence. 2 of them got caught pretty quick in Rogersville, and then the other one was caught this evening in Mooresburg. And there's still one, as last time I checked anyways, there's still one at large. But I don't think this is related to that. This is a completely separate issue. It could be. Nothing's nothing's beyond the realms of possibility, but it would be a big coincidence if it was. Somebody just asked where the officers are. There's one, it's getting dark, but you can see one on the ground above the 11W sign, kind of peeking around that structure. I think that's might be a dumpster shelter there. And then there were some in the stairwell on the 3rd floor. Pretty hard to see with my Facebook camera cell phone. I don't think so. I don't think so. They're still over there. I don't think so. There's still a officer standing there with an assault rifle, so I'd be surprised if it's over.
Yeah, somebody was telling me there's a hostage situation.
Well, I don't know. We've got a reporter over there. I just came over to take pictures of anything that's happening.
That's what somebody was telling me. There's a friend of mine got it on Facebook. They're live. They're set up over here.
Oh, okay.
Set up over here, videotaping what's going on. They
Oh,
said
okay.
it's like a hostage situation or something.
Huh.
Yeah.
Well,
I mean, I didn't know.
I don't know.
You know?
No, I don't know.
Well, now you know.
Yeah.
There's a hostage situation going on.
Okay. All
So
right.
now you know.
Now I
You can
know.
report it back to your people.
You just did. I'm live too.
Well, I'm not live, but...
There you are. We're all live. This is live on Facebook.
Oh!
Unconfirmed reports of a hostage situation. How's that? Okay.
Yeah, a friend of mine had it on live on her cell phone.
Okay.
Because she's sitting over there,
Okay.
and she's in her car, I guess.
Yeah, there's Channel 11's over there. I guess it's Channel 11. One of them.
And she had it on. She's a friend of mine on Facebook.
Uh-huh.
So she just let me know.
Okay.
So I didn't know if you knew. So
No.
now you know.
Now I know.
So now you know what's going on.
Appreciate it. Helpful citizen come by to report what he's heard. Supposedly a hostage situation, according to a friend of this gentleman who's standing over there in the crowd at the Dollar General parking lot. You can see it's getting kind of dark. And I apologize for that. Can't control the the darkness, and if it gets too dark to see anything, I'll just wrap it up and go. I got all these pictures I took that I need to process. But we'll hang with it for a few more minutes and see if anything happens. Hostage situation, this could be going on for 4 hours, you know. I've been to plenty of them, believe me. They don't get in no hurry. They wait them out. Of course, I don't know if that's the case or not. That's just what this gentleman who was walking by said he heard from a person who's in the crowd at the parking lot there. So, no reason to think it's not true, but unconfirmed nonetheless. If you're just joining us, we're here at the Super 8 motel on Lynn Garden Drive in Kingsport at the Stone Drive intersection. There's some sort of police standoff here. If you were listening a minute ago, a bystander walked by and said he heard from a friend who's at the in the parking lot there in front of us that this is some kind of hostage situation. Of course, that's unconfirmed. We don't know that. Don't know what's going on. But that's just what one fellow said he heard from a person who... In order to put it in the newspaper, I need to have more reliable sources and facts. But for Facebook Live, we can go with that for now. At least that's what we have heard. Unconfirmed report, this may be a hostage situation. I can tell you, reporter Rick Wagner, Times News reporter Rick Wagner is still over there, waiting to find out what's really going on. I see his white pickup parked over there at the Dollar General, so he's on the scene. I'm over here, I'm across the street in the Times News back parking lot. Before it got too dark, I took several photos. There's been officers with assault rifles on the 3rd floor, in the stairwell, on the far end. Peeking around the corner, whatever's going on, I assume it's going on over there. There's an officer, you can still see him standing above the 11W sign. He's got an assault rifle. He's peeking around the corner of that structure, which I believe is a dumpster, fenced in dumpster area. And that officer on the ground's been shooing bystanders away. Now you can see, if it's not too dark, quite a few bystanders in the parking lot at the Dollar General. And just to give you an idea where we're at, I'll spin around. Hopefully nothing's going to happen while I'm doing this, but we've got the Dollar General here on Lynn Garden. Quite a few people standing there watching what's going on. That's where Times News reporter Rick Wagner should be standing. And then you can see that's where the little neighborhood Walmart is, and then behind me is the Times News building where I work. And my little red Honda that I drive that has 230,000 miles on it. So as I said, we're here on Lynn Garden Drive in Kingsport at the Stone Drive intersection. Super 8 motel. We've got a standoff of some sort going on. We had a bystander who came by, unconfirmed reports from his friend who's apparently standing over in the Dollar General parking lot, said there's a hostage situation. So that's unconfirmed bystander information. But that's all that I can tell you right now, because I'm way over here. We have Times News reporter Rick Wagner, who is actually on the scene. And I'm surprised he hasn't texted me right now to tell me what he knows. If you know if you're watching and you know Rick Wagner's cell phone number, text him and tell him to text me and tell me what's going on, or call him. And then I can relay it to our viewers here before it gets too dark. But like I said, there's been Kingsport Police Department officers on the 3rd floor in the stairwell on the far end with assault rifles. There's an officer with an assault rifle on the ground standing above the 11W sign. You can see him over up against that fence fenced in area. Big crowd of bystanders in the Dollar General parking lot. Starting to get dark. A lot of people on Facebook asking why you would stand that close when the officers apparently must feel it's dangerous enough to have a assault rifle in their hands. I don't know. Curiosity. If I was over there, I'd probably be standing there too. But at least I'd be shooting pictures for you all. Hey, Rick, are you watching? Rick apparently got the message. If you're watching, Rick, tell us what you know, what's going on. I've got 450 some odd viewers who are curious to know what you know. What can you tell us, Rick? He's texting me. I can see what he texts. Well, he said hello, but I don't know if he must not be watching. I can't text him back because I'm live streaming. I'd have to disconnect my live stream. Oh, we got some brave bystanders venturing into the parking lot there. Oh, now they're coming back. The officer text me, Rick. I can't talk. I can't talk and live stream at the same time. Rick, if you're listening to me, text me what's going on. Someone tell Rick to text me. I can't break my live stream, my Facebook live stream. Well, I'll give Rick points for effort. He did try to call me. Oh, there he goes. He left me a voicemail. That's completely unusable at this point. Well, if you're just watching us, Jeff Bobo, Kingsport Times News reporter here. I actually cover Hawkins County, but we're across the street from the Times News right now on Lynn Garden Drive pointing at the Super 8 at the intersection of Stone Drive and Lynn Garden. Apparently there's a standoff of some sort. I know it's getting dark. It's going to be harder for everybody to see. I can tell you there's something going on the ground there. Stupid trees are in the way again. Can't tell you if the officers are in the stairwell still. But there's unconfirmed report that there's a standoff of some sort going on over here. A fellow that passed by on foot said his friend, who was in the crowd at the Dollar General, told him that's what they heard, that it was a hostage situation. That's completely unconfirmed. I was hoping Times News reporter Rick Wagner is over on the scene. He might text me what's going on, but he called me instead, which I can't talk to him and live stream at the same time. So he gets an A for effort, but we still don't know what he knows. Rick Wagner is our education reporter. This isn't really our beat. Our police reporter's at home right now. And if he's watching this, he's probably saying, why don't this happen when I'm there? But Rick is an education reporter, happened to be in the newsroom with me, and he went to the scene. I went onto the roof of the Times News building to see if I could see what was going on, and I got some still photography, and I thought coming down here would be a better shot. So we're actually both working on stories on our own beat, and this happened, so this is taking precedent right now. But as I said, there is an apparent unconfirmed hostage situation at the Super 8 on Lynn Drive at Stone Drive, at the Stone Drive intersection. Do not know that to be for a fact. As I said, you may have been watching a little while ago, a gentleman was walking by and said his friend who's standing in the crowd at the Dollar General, that's what they told him. So is going on. We don't know what's going on. I don't know what's going on. I'm just filming here in case something happens. But it's getting kind of dark. May have to abandon this shortly because not only because of the darkness, but because I've got okay, I just spoke to a Kingsport Police Department officer. He asked us not to zoom in on the police or reveal their location anymore, which makes good sense. I asked him what was going on and he couldn't tell me. And it's actually getting kind of dark. Really can't see anything going on now anyways if something does happen. So I'm gonna give it just a couple more minutes. If you're just joining us, there's some kind of standoff or possible hostage situation going on at the Super 8 on Lynn Drive and at the Stone Drive intersection. We have a heavy Kingsport Police Department presence here. An officer came by just a few minutes ago and asked us not to talk about their positions anymore, so it must be serious. As I told you a minute ago, a fellow walked by and said that his friend was live streaming from the scene and was told that it was a parent hostage situation. So that's all I know right now. Unconfirmed reports of what's happening. Pretty good. Well, that's what I'd like to know. Rick Wagner's over there trying to get him to text me and tell me. He called me instead, but I can't answer because I'm live streaming. But I'm fixing to shut it down because it's too dark to see anything anyways. I gotta get these pictures in there. I'm going live though, so just watch your language. Keep the profanity down to a minimum. Okay, this is Jeff Bobo, Kingsport Times News reporter. I'm going to get ready to go ahead and sign off because it's getting close to deadline. I've got other stories to write, and it's getting dark. We really can't see what's going on anymore. We've got a reporter on the scene, Rick Wagner, and as soon as I sign off from live streaming, I'm going to call him and see what I can find out, and then I'll double check back on this video, and I'll write an update in the description part of what he says is going on, if he knows. Heard a couple of different versions of what's going on. One person walking by said that he'd been told by a person who's in the crowd right there at the Dollar General that it was a hostage situation. Don't know if that's true or not. Completely unsubstantiated. So as I said, we've been here for quite a while, and if it is a hostage situation, I can tell you I've covered plenty of them, and they don't conclude fast. A lot of times it's a waiting game. So I'm going to go ahead and sign off and keep checking back in. This is the Jeff Bobo Reporter Facebook page. I'm going to share this onto the Times News Facebook page, and we'll be updating the situation as we find out more information. So we're going to go ahead and sign off.